All right. So when last we left off, all of you held off an attack from Still Havity and his minions spawn? Quite possibly yet to be decided. But despite the odds, you managed to not only stop them, but save everyone in the town. And so feeling that the threat to Phandalin has passed, you now move on back to Neverwinter to seek allies, get your reward you were promised, and who knows. But along the way, you had to make a stop, and you decided to stop at the beach. So. Wow. Cure. My list of maps is literally too long to get you guys to move it without. Damn it! Hold on. Okay, I gotta move you to this map so I can scroll down and move you to the beach.
Oh my god.
Hey,
That's a lot of
beach.
Beach.
Ooh, pretty.
Well, hold on. God damn it. Why is this not there?
Yep.
There should be something there. Why is it not there? It's still not there. Why are you... Nope, that didn't work. Son of a...
Is it on the map layer and it's like being covered up?
It should be on the front. Go to the front. It's not on the front. Why are you doing this to me? Alright, I guess you're going to the token layer. Boop. There's a shack on the damn beach.
What's that? What's that?
I guess it's a shack. I don't know.
Shack? Is shack food?
Not usually.
What is shack?
It's like a little house.
Ah.
Why don't we see if somebody's home?
What time of day is it? We stopped at night, right?
It's, let's see. It's not really night, it's more like late afternoon. You've traveled as much as you can for the day, which is 8 hours. But starting at about, like, what, 9, 10-ish?
Gotcha.
It would be late afternoon, early evening.
Well, I guess as long as we're here, we might as well. Wow. It's good to be by the ocean again. Well, shall we see who's home?
Sure.
How shady does this shack look?
So it actually kind of looks like, getting closer, that it's actually a stand, and even has a sign hanging up, but the wording on it has faded, and you see an H, an A, and ending with CK.
H-A-C.
Huh.
Well, whoever works here is a hack. It seems like we'd better go.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, why did that roll with advantage? That should not have been with advantage.
Well, that's fine. The better roll was first anyway. With a 17, you hear snoring.
Eve will wander over and attempt to peek over whatever. Is it like an open, like, countertop type stand, or
Yes.
will attempt to peek over if she can reach with her short stature?
You attempt to peek over with your short stature, and you
Fun.
see a snake.
Banana!
No.
Oh.
This snake is green with black stripes, and it is snoring loudly underneath a wide brim hat. It is also, you would guess, about 10, 12 feet long. And it has arms. And clothing.
Hey guys, come take a look at this. Am I losing my mind? What do you do there?
It's kind of like a snake to me.
Kinda. Huh. I don't know. Feels rude to wake him up. He seems to be sleeping so peacefully.
And lightly.
Oh! My god. That's good. Ah, sorry, sir. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to wake you. Just happened to notice your nice stand out here. Who might you be?
Oh, name's Hasrat. And this is my shack.
Huh.
Do you want something?
Oh. Well, what have you got?
Oh. He goes down and digs around. And he comes up with a conch. I have this conch.
It's very nice.
Yeah. You know, you can hear the ocean with these babies. Very powerful.
Not to.
Very powerful
I mean-
enchantments.
You kind of hear the ocean already, but it's good to have.
Right, but what if you wanted to hear it when you were not at the ocean?
Oh, good point.
Oh, fancy.
You have food?
Food? Starts digging around again. He comes up with this hairy brown ball. This is a coconut.
Coconut?
Yeah, crack these open and then you drink the milk inside. Or you could eat the milk that's hardened on the inside, or is it milk?
How much?
5 gold. Also, who's talking? I count 2 of you, but there's 3. Who's talking?
The sword spits out 5 gold pieces.
Oh. Ma'am,
Coconut?
I think your sword's leaking.
Oh, don't worry about that. She kind of scoops up the cold and hands it to him. This is for you.
Thank you very much. Here's your coconut.
Great, thanks. She kind of tries to hand it to Veritas.
Veritas will swallow the coconut whole. You just see this.
Gobu flutters down.
Ah, popular today. That's good. That's good. Good.
Well, you got a good variety of stuff. So, did you get that conch here?
I got it from an undersea dignitary from far away.
Wow. Very impressive. How far away? Where? Maybe we've heard of him.
I doubt you've heard of him.
Well, then you
I
should
know.
tell us his name so we can spread his good word.
Eve rests her elbows on the counter and smiles up at him. Yeah, why don't you try us?
All right. But I'm telling you, you haven't heard this guy. Real upstanding
Okay, I like stories.
Real upstanding gentleman, him. I, of course, am talking about Sir Crabius the Mighty.
I love him. Ah, Sir Crabius the Mighty.
Yep.
Hmm. Wow, I feel like I've heard that name before.
Roll a deception check. Oh, really?
Yeah, he must be quite a famous fellow. Probably heard his name floating around in Waterdeep back where I'm from.
Man, Waterdeep. Guy really gets around.
Oh, why? Where'd you meet him?
Well, you know, he comes around every once in a while. And helps me out with some things. Very resourceful.
Here to this shack.
Well, yeah. In fact, actually, I think... Yeah, there he is now. And he points to a crab.
Hello!
The crab waves.
Oh,
Roll a perception check.
This is for everybody?
Everyone can roll it, yes. You notice that next to Crabius, there are drag marks that lead to behind the shack counter. Chilbu and Eve. But yeah, but Crabius here is an upstanding member of society.
Eve kneels down in front of the crab and holds out her index finger as if to shake hands. Wow, pleasure to meet you, Sir Crabius. I've heard a great deal about you from this fine gentleman.
His large claw will come up and attach itself to your finger and shake. See, look how nice he is.
Wow, famous and friendly! Isn't that a rare combination?
So anyway, what brings you around, Crabius? The crab starts foaming at the mouth. Ah, I see. Well, you know my policy, Crabius. More foam. Although, you guys look like adventurers.
I guess we could be called that. They, can you talk to all animals or just to crabs?
At mostly sea folk.
Ah,
Sea folk and snake folk. But Crabius here does have a job that he could use some large adventurers. He's one hell of a knight, but you know he's kind of short. And he's been having some trouble with some of the big folk recently.
ooh.
Yeah, he says that they've been fishing his people out of the water and taking them away.
Ooh.
I don't suppose you'd want to help him.
Kidnapping people?
Yeah, his people.
Kidnapping crabs.
Oh. Probably help. Does he
How
have some
much?
kind of... Yeah.
Let's see. Crabius, what can you offer them? More bubbles. Really? Well, he'd offer you his greatest treasure, he claims.
Didn't say what that was, though.
I don't know what it is. He just says greatest treasure. It's not an exact science.
Is it better than the... I guess it would have to be better than the conch.
Oh yeah, way better than the conch. Roll an investigation check. You notice your bag of holding is currently being wrapped around by Hostrad's tail.
The hell did he get that?
Sir,
Uh-huh. Yeah, what's up?
Eve rests her elbows on the tabletop and drums her fingers on the counter. Is there something you need?
Well, not me. Crabius here's the one that needs something.
Oh, okay, so you don't need anything. Alright, then we'll have that bag back if you don't mind.
What bag?
Oh, you know, that one you're holding? The one with all of my very precious books in it. I'll pack right now.
Roll an intimidation check.
It's awesome. Yeah, that's where I'm a large one.
Yeah, that tracks.
Look,
No,
here's the thing. He runs away.
I will communicate telepathically with Tia. Like, by the way, this snake guy is running away with our bag. Want to help us out?
Ah!
Eve is in hot pursuit.
Is Eve carrying Veritas?
I think she was. Yeah, because she had
Yes.
Veritas and Chelavi as daggers on her last time, I think. Because they were flying on Tia, right?
Veritas casts Thunderstep, and both Eve and Veritas appear in the front of Hosserod, where he's running.
Holy shit! And then a silver dragon pounces him. Ah!
And Bosch takes how much damage?
Oh no!
It's fine.
I'll say that because Eve turned in pursuit, that he was not close enough. You did, however, make a complete and utter mess of the shack. And Krabius goes flying.
Oh, poor Krabius.
All right. You got me.
Eve kneels down next to where he's been pinned to the sand and kind of like twirled Veritas around her fingers, perilously near to his face.
You're not planning on doing anything with that, are you?
Eve smiles. I don't know. He's got a mind of his own.
Coconut!
Damn it.
I think you're right on that. Look, you know, here's your bag.
How kind.
Yeah, I'm just the pinnacle of kindness. Can we just, talk about this and like civilized folk and maybe not with a dragon on my back?
Veritas splits the sword in half, and you can see like the teeth and like the tongue kind of coming out.
Holy fuck!
Can I get a? I'm gonna can I intimidate him?
Sure, roll intimidation with advantage. If a snake could sweat. All right. Whatever you want, man. What?
You got more coconut?
Yeah, I got plenty of coconuts. You can have all of them.
Yay! He closes his mouth.
What the fuck is that thing?
I'm Veritas!
The cute voice is very deceptive.
That thing is not a very nice term to use for our buddy. You're really not making a very good impression today, are you?
It's pretty accurate, don't worry.
Well, thanks for the bag back. She kind of hands it over to Chilbu.
Eve.
Does
a 19 hit you?
Whoa! Yup.
You are surprised.
No, yeah, 19 hits.
You take 1 point of piercing damage as Krabius comes up.
Oh.
And
No,
firmly clamps down on you. You are a small creature and therefore bigger than him, so you are not restrained. But he is rather attached.
To her foot.
Your ankle.
Oh. Eve goes, ah, ow. Kind of like lifts her leg a little bit, so he's dangling.
Angry bubbles form.
Okay, at this point, Bosch has to cast Speak with Animals, obviously. Fabius, want to maybe not do that. Kind of gonna smash you if you keep attacking.
And have you dishonor me like this? No, knave, have at thee. I will not have anyone sully the good name of Crabius the Mighty.
Okay, buddy.
Is there a way for me to attack him that's not just going to destroy him? Like, can I just try to pull him off?
Sure, make an athletics check.
Okay.
Don't bother. He rolled a natural
No, it's
one.
fine.
He rolled a natural one. Unhand me, you brute!
You should feel pretty lucky that I'm not just crushing you right now. And by the way, your friend tried to steal our stuff, so you know.
Hasrat, were you lying?
I never lied.
Fabius, people did get kidnapped?
Well, of course. I did ask you for help, and now you are attacking my benefactor and friend?
Well, I mean, you tried to steal our stuff. And then your benefactor and friend attacked us.
Hey, I did no such thing. I ran away.
We saw you.
Was it Hosprod who was... Or was that Crabius denying that he attacked?
Hasrad denied he attacked from what it sounded like.
Yeah, Hosrod is denying an attack. Crabius is the one who clamped down on Eve. Hosrod is currently cowering for his life from the dragon that is currently breathing on him. Can you get your dragon off me? She is really cold.
Well, I guess okay, but you saw how quickly she caught up with you, so
Yeah, I got it.
thanks to you.
Yeah. All the coconuts you want. They're in my shack. Have at it.
Is Chilbu looking for other things in the shack?
Who was just looking for our stuff in the shack?
Well,
You don't find any of your stuff, but you do find a stick.
Found a stick.
A very straight stick that looks like it has been purposely crafted.
And Chobo steals his stick, puts it in the bag of holding.
he kind of leans forward over the counter so her feet are dangling in search of more coconuts for Veritas.
So, are you guys gonna let me go, or? Because I'd really like it if you let me go.
Ask Tia. She's holding you down.
Tia? Would you please let me go? Tia looks at Bosch,
Thumbs up.
and Tia gets off. Ah, thank goodness. Alright, this day did not go as I thought it would. I think
Sometimes that happens.
it'd probably be best if I just went to my shack and and we pretended like none of this ever happened.
I'm gonna hold up Sir Crabius to my face, or not in my face because I know he has pincers. Be like, so, did you find that conch in the water here? Are there more of them?
Well, of course. They're everywhere.
Cool. And I'll lightly toss him to the ground, and
What?
I will actually go towards the water to try to find another conch.
Excellent. Roll a perception check.
All right.
Natural 20. You do find a nice conch, nicer than the one that Hasrat had.
Ooh. I will totally take it.
You also notice a really large eye looking at you from underneath the water.
Huh. Still with Speak with Animals up, just in case. They're like, hey, are you a friend of Hosrod?
It stares at you, and I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Of course.
Oh no.
Okay. So... I'm just gonna... Y'all should roll for initiative.
Oh,
All right.
that escalated quickly.
It's funny how Thunderstep does that.
Oh god.
You're
So
welcome,
I took my
guys.
armor off. Should be fun.
So that was 6, 12.
Not me. I just take a bunch of 6 packs. You finally got sandwiches. Yeah. That's what I just read.
Alright, that was actually a pretty low roll. You take 15 points of psychic damage, Bosch.
Okay.
15 is a low roll.
And I will roll initiative for this creature. Oh. Oh. Also, you feel your skin roiling, Bosch, as the stare from this evil eye curses you with a magical deformity. Your skin just kind of bubbles and churns, and while you have this curse, your speed is halved. You have disadvantage on... Wow, that's a lot. You have disadvantage.
It's on everything. Okay.
Yeah, on ability checks, saving throws, and attacks based on strength or dex.
Okay.
So basically everything. And you watch as a giant crests out of the water. And Bosch, you are filled with rage upon seeing this. You are automatically in a rage.
Okay. Did I roll for wild magic or?
Yes,
I can
you would roll for
magic?
wild magic.
I teleport, apparently.
Oh, go ahead and teleport.
Okay. Well, that's 30 feet. Where do I teleport to? Okay, I can teleport back to Tia, apparently.
All right. The Fomorian stepping out of the water. You see this big eye just piercing out and looking at all of you. Let's see. I'm gonna see who he looks at. Chilbu! Make me a charisma saving throw.
Chobu didn't even do anything. Where's Chobu at? All right.
No.
Oh.
Oh. Oh no.
You do not get cursed. You do, however, take 22 points of psychic damage.
That's not fun.
No, it's not. Eve! A giant just clambered out of the water.
What the shite? She reflectively casts Chromatic Orb at 2nd level
Alright.
at the guy. With the harsh screech of the violin. Aw. That's important.
Unfortunately, that will miss. In your panic, you take the shot just a second too early than you should have, and it goes wide.
Oh, that's bad! Oh boy! Ah! We got this, guys! As she hurriedly bows out a bardic inspiration to Bosh, I guess.
Okay.
This is fine.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Oh! When did my bardic inspiration become a D8?
When you leveled up to 6, I think.
Oh!
That's good to know.
Nice.
But anyway, Chilbu!
All right. Chobu will flutter down 5, 10, 15 feet. And he will pull out his pistol. He's gonna pop a cap in this motherfucker. Which is... Hopefully he has a low DC. See. That should work.
You
15?
fire off a shot and it slams straight into his pectoral. And this dark, viscous blood starts pouring out.
Hey, let's run that back. 11?
Ready for it, he just barely manages to maneuver out of the way, becoming more evasive.
Chobu will float back up to where he started and end his turn.
Alright. Tia is going to run up and attack. You ever forget to have a character sheet?
Oh.
Alright. And will attempt to bite and connects wholeheartedly, dealing a meaty 10 points of damage. And then we'll spend the rest of her turn maneuvering around to try and grab its attention for a good swing from Bosch. Bosch,
Right.
this is the enemy, and you know it.
You pointing at somebody?
No, I'm telling you that this giant is an enemy.
Okay. Then I will run up, trying to accept Tia's support, and do a big ol' slash, or I guess a big ol' stab with the lance.
Do you
let's
reckless to
see.
cancel your disadvantage?
Yes,
Alright.
because this is the enemy.
Damn. Damn. God.
Let me check. Oh, I do have charges left. So let's add in, I guess, lightning damage? I don't know. Let's see, we're doing perfect crit, so I'll just roll 3d6, and then you're just gonna add 18 to that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry if I'm killing your giant early.
No, it's fine.
Right, I have to click the damage on here too.
Okay.
Max, what is 26 plus 27?
I believe that's 57 points of damage.
I'll take it.
Oh.
And
Rage crackling in your eyes. Tia dragging his attention away from you. You're able to drive your lance, charged with electric energy, right into the small of his back.
and I have another attack.
Yes, you do. Man, even when I curse you,
Well, would a 14 hit?
a 14 is its AC.
Okay.
For another 18 points of damage. So you put any charges?
I'm gonna save that last one in case I crit again. I have one charge left.
God.
And bonus action, I'm gonna teleport behind this rock.
Alright. Damn. Veritas.
Okay. Following up, Veritas is going to cast a third level Scorching Ray at this creature.
Alright. That hits. That hits. That hits. That misses. So go ahead and give me some more damage. Damn, 21
All
fire.
right.
As Bosch teleports away, leaving this huge opening in its back, you drive the fire in there, and this thing is reeling.
That is it for my turn.
Alright. It is now.
Let's run!
It is now Crabius the Mighty's turn. The enemy is here, and he runs up to attack.
What do you do?
Eh. Holy shit, Crabius, no! Hostrad goes up, scoops up Crabius, and runs away like the coward he is. Run away!
Did Kravietz miss his attack?
Yeah, he missed. It was a 2. Alright, well, the Fomorian is going to swing down with his great club onto Tia. And misses. Damn it. Good thing it's got 2 swings. God damn it.
Oh no.
Both of them miss.
Rolled a 3 and a natural 1. That's his turn. Eve, this thing is reeling.
Finish him!
Alright. Eve will, now a little less shaken, kind of, gather herself and cast another chromatic orb, just a first bubble this time.
Alright. Fire your shot.
Nat 20!
Okay. I believe this does 3d8 normally. So that's 24. Right off the gate. So go ahead and roll 3d8.
I'm gonna do lightning damage too. Because Pokemon.
Ooh.
And another 17 points of damage. It slams into him. And fells the beast. He collapses in a puddle of sand and blood.
He looks shocked and kind of looks down at Hermione.
We did it! Yay!
Huh. Everybody okay?
You have felled the beast! Crabius pipes up.
You did a great job, Crabius.
Why, thank you, good sir, but... But still, to think I be humbled by such... poorly mannered beings.
Ever seen something like that? Kind of prodding the corpse with the end of the lance.
As you prod it, you remember seeing another one of these.
Oh, I lie. I have seen it.
But you don't know where.
Huh. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Eve, have you heard of these things?
Have I?
Roll Arcana.
Okay.
I would say you would actually have advantage.
Oh, okay. That's better.
You would know this as a Fomorian. It is a giant of the Feywild.
Oh. Eve's eyes kind of light up.
They are the ancient enemies of the Seelie and Unseelie courts.
The crabs.
I relay all of this to everyone in an excited voice while kind of like kneeling and examining this corpse. Does it have any clothes that might perchance have pockets or any other stashes of stuff?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. You do find in his pocket a bag that is wriggling.
Ugh. Oh no. Eve picks it up and kind of holds it out cautiously at arm's length. Think it's a good idea to open this, or... Die!
So it looks like
Here, let
Missy
me,
found dinner.
No, I gotta know what's in here. Could be from the
Maybe
fridge.
not.
Food?
Do you
Food.
open the wriggling bag?
Yep.
You open it, and spilling out all over you, as the bag could barely contain all of them, about 100 tiny crabs start spilling out of the bag. My
There you go,
people!
Veritas' food.
No, not
no.
food.
Crabs. Hey, crabs, go get them.
I think we did the thing, even though we didn't try.
Veritas like bends around as he's looking at all this crap spilled out. He's like slowly, like kind of like stretching, like the sword's kind of stretching forward.
Eve kind of reaches out a hand,
Uh,
like, hold him back a little bit, just still dripping with crabs. Oh, yeah, yup, looks like we found your buddies, sir.
You have,
I think we're good.
and I am eternally grateful.
Payment better be good or else we eat the crabs.
As promised, my most treasured possession. Housewife, if you want. Oh, yeah, sure. And Krabius will go into the water. And then return with a conch. For you, brave warrior who fell this beast, I give you this conch.
Wow, that's, it's an honor, sir. Thank you very much. Glad to be of service. She gingerly takes it, trying not to accidentally squish any crabs.
You take the conch as my connection to the server is interrupted.
Oh.
But you immediately feel the presence of magical energy in this conch.
Huh. Oh. This seems a fine relic. Are you sure you're alright to part with it?
Relaying to Bosch or Hasrad, whoever so chooses. It has been in my family for generations, but there would be no more generations if you did not slay this beast. It is only fitting.
Assuming that they translate. It's like,
I'm gonna let Hasrad translate because I don't know that Bosch would. He would probably say something like, "Oh, it's had it for a long time, and now he wants you to have it." That's not what he said.
Yeah, what he said.
well, thank you very much, Sir Crabius. We will take excellent care of it.
He gives you a nod. I must go now and see to the restoration of my people. Thank you, land dwellers. And he goes into the sea with the rest of his kin.
Hi, Crabius.
Well, perhaps that was a thing.
It was a thing. So,
Well, right, but
oh yeah, I think I'll be okay. I'll whisper like, do you think Veritas wants to eat the Fomorian? I'm kind of hungry.
With your 27, you would know that these beings are incredibly cursed.
Oh,
ugh. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, and Bosch, you still don't feel well.
that's great.
Coconut soft inside. He's still been chewing on the first coconut he swallowed.
Yeah, maybe let's stick to coconuts for now. Still though, how did this thing get here? These are from the Feywild.
Eat the Feywild?
No, Veritas. How many times do we have to discuss this?
The Feywild!
No!
Eat the Feywild!
Why did we give him that name?
Oh,
You guys are crazy. And Housewife goes back to his shack.
You're probably not wrong. Anyway,
you come to think of it, I'm not feeling so good, but
What?
I don't know. Maybe I need a nap.
Eve looks him up and down, checking for any obvious signs of distress.
You can see on closer inspection that there almost seems to be something moving underneath his flesh.
Eve takes a hurried step back. Oh, cuts. Oh dear. Alright. That's not good. Does she know anything specific about the curses of Fomorians? If not, that's fine. Just curious.
You would know that eventually it'll pass, but it varies from person to person.
Ooh. Alright, well, good news is it's only temporary, so don't worry too much about it. Bad news is, I got no idea how long that's gonna last.
Gosh! You wriggle!
Oof, that looks real uncomfortable.
Okay. I will use a magic awareness just to see if I can learn anything else about this. If it is magical, I don't know.
You do sense that it is magical. But as for a school, it doesn't really have a school. It just...
Yeah.
It does, however, feel familiar to you.
Okay.
Eve casts
It just feels real weird.
Eve casts cure wounds on him. Well, I doubt this will help with all that, but at least it'll help with whatever that thing did to hurt you. Wow, great.
Every little bit helps. Oh, I guess the nosebleed that Bosch had is slightly less flowing now. Because that was psychic damage.
Oh yeah.
That was psychic damage.
I mean, that thing never touched you. You got real lucky.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that. Shall we find a place to relax a bit? Maybe not here. Kind of side-eyes the shack
What?
and checks for belongings after that distraction.
Look, I just watched you guys fell a fucking giants. I think I'd rather not, to be perfectly honest.
A wise choice, sir.
Extra coconut!
I choose life, okay?
It was a coconut, Veritas. Tasty.
Rough outer, but break open. Sweet inner. Juicy. Mmm.
I don't know if I'm hungry right now. I'm feeling kind of weird, but I'll take one for later, and I will plonk down 5 gold for Hasrad. One, please.
I don't have any coconuts left.
Aw.
You took them all, remember?
Okay. Take my gold back.
How many did I find in there?
You found 11.
11!
They're coconuts.
Oof. Eve will take some of them and then just walk over and put like 5 of them back. Here you go. Didn't mean to clean you out entirely, buddy.
Thanks, I guess.
But still, don't be such a...
By the way... Sorry, what were you saying?
No, nothing.
Just going to ask the DM. Are there any coconut trees around us?
Roll a perception check. Or a
Okay.
or a nature check.
I'll roll perception at disadvantage, unfortunately.
9. You do not see any coconut trees. There are, and by that I mean palm trees.
Is Veritas sitting in the sand?
Did you leave him there?
That's what I was wondering. thought I was holding him. Am I still holding him?
I mean, you're holding him if you're holding him.
Okay, well, he brings him.
Alright, they're gone, and I got some coconuts. Hell yeah. Hosrod will kick back and resume his nap with a coconut.
Assuming about 10 minutes has passed, DM.
I mean, if you wanted to.
I mean, Jobu decided to put his clothes back on because apparently this is not a safe beach to take his armor off. So,
This is the Forgotten Realms. There's shit everywhere.
I was prepared for a beach day. But Jobu will rejoin the party now that he's clothed and armored.
Divides up coconuts and hands them out.
Thanks.
No problem. Also, this he holds up the conch. Seems to actually be magical. Not quite sure what it does. Should we want to have a look at it?
Just sure Jobu will ritually cast Identify.
Alright.
It's way better than this one I found. I mean, it's a pretty conch, but just a shell.
So, this conch is a conch of listening. With it, you can more or less cast the scry spell, but only use the listening aspect of it. And that's once per day.
Jobu will also remember, now that we're taking a bit of a break, to pull the stick out that he stole and cast Identify on that as well.
It is a wand of magical detection.
Well, that would have been useful to begin with.
I believe it has 3 charges. You can spend a charge to cast detect magic from it.
Oh! Oh! No.
Veritas waves around.
10 gold!
Veritas stops for a moment. Coughs up 10 gold on the ground.
Is it clean?
The gold has a little bit of mucus on it.
Let's keep it. Can't even move on your own. I'll throw the wand on the floor.
Well, the gold's there if anyone wants to pick it up.
The wand is on the gold, so I don't know if you're picking it up or what.
Okay. Veritas will leave E's hand to go over to the stick. You'll take back the gold that's on the ground and take the stick.
I mean, we're
And
all
by that, you
kind of
mean eat all of
sharing
it.
anyway.
You see his body wrap around the stick and then fully engulf it.
That's just wrong, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know. Good ass Chelavi. That's how it's supposed to work.
Olivia does none of that. None of that.
Maybe she's the weird one. The way to find out is to ask.
I'm pretty confident that he's the weird one.
I mean, all of us are kind of weird.
Chobu was an outstanding specimen. Nothing weird about Chobu.
I mean, I mean it in the nicest way.
Chobu glares.
You see the sword have a more stick-like proportion to him.
I guess as long as we're asking questions. So, what if you had taken the lance? Would you do that?
I can wrap my body around things and use it. I don't know how it would work that well, though.
Ah. Ah, it's a lot of new stuff.
So in canon, are we literally just like 2 feet away from the shack still, or did we actually walk somewhere?
It's up to you.
I mean, considering that I
mean,
stole
we
the
can
man's
mess with this
stick, I
guy.
prefer to be further away.
Yeah, I think we give him a healthy amount of distance after our first meeting. Probably doesn't want anything to do with us at this point anyway.
So you get some distance from Hasrad. He feels better too. You guys are scary.
I love the cameo.
No problem. Nope. He was actually an NPC before I used him as a character.
Ah.
He just fills a nice little niche role I occasionally need.
He's amazing.
And it gives me an excuse to horribly tear at my throat. You know, talking like this ain't
Steal
exactly
things.
the best thing for you.
Now Veritas has the power to detect magic.
Oh boy. Eve has been staring at the conch this whole time.
Or somebody you want to listen in on?
I want to know what's going on with Virgil. I don't know how helpful this would be, but just to be able to hear. If he's sitting in a cell by himself, he's probably not saying much.
I've already tried contacting before. No luck.
Elspeth?
Veritas goes silent.
Wait, no, what did he say? I missed what he said.
He said he's already tried to contact and he said no luck.
No luck? What do you mean he didn't respond?
God damn it.
Veritas?
Well, listening to Virgil might not help, but what about the other people that are around there?
Huh. That's a great idea, Bosch. We might at least be able to get the lay of the land through whatever they're saying. You don't think they'll be able to know that we're listening, right? Should be fine.
I don't know.
I think that's a good idea. Should we try it out?
I mean, I don't know why not.
Well, might as well.
Eve will use the conch and try to listen in to Ms. Hench, the one Virgil knew as Heskel.
All right. Let me just roll a wisdom save for her. You focus in on the voice of Heskel Kench, and you hear it come from the conch. Yes, Father, I am on my way to Neverwinter right now. Yes, I am aware not to trust them. Yes, Father, I know it's probably a trap. Yes. I do not need an escort. Ezrit will have me covered. It'll be fine. It's just diplomacy. If the courts really want to start something with us, then why would they invite us to this meeting? And not just us. Apparently, a representative from the Unseelia court will be there, as well as a member of the Circle of Eight. They wouldn't dare try anything while they were there. Not under hospitality rules. I leave immediately. May the sun never set. and there's no more conversation from there.
Was the sound coming out for everyone?
Yes.
Oh. Eve stares wide-eyed around the group.
Do we want to go meet her?
That's... She could... The one she was talking to sounded awful worried about her. I can only assume that's her father. Maybe we could use her as a hostage? If we can manage to subdue her. She's not going with an escort. It's just gonna be her and Esruit. But that sounds like a dangerous meeting. The Circle of Eight. Have I heard anything about the Circle of Eight?
Roll a history check. Chilbu may also roll this. Chilbu would actually have advantage on that.
He's not here at the moment.
Ah, well then.
I rolled an 8. About the Circle of Eight.
They are a well-known group of sorcerers and wizards and other magically inclined people. Typically there is 8, but the number has kind of fluctuated. You would know the most prolific member of this particular group, the leader, Mordekainen.
Oh.
Huh.
And Chilbu, for a 22, you would know that it's been a long time since they've done anything. A lot of people thought they were dead in the wizarding community. But that information's kind of on the down low because there were a lot of enemies that they kept at bay. A lot of powerful enemies. Probably not best to spread the word around that they haven't been spotted in a while.
And how about Unseelie Court? Is that also familiar to us?
For that, Bosch, that sounds familiar to you. And Eve, you can roll another Arcana with advantage. I will be giving you some information even if you roll really low because of your roll on the Fomorian. Right, the Unseelie Court is one of 2 courts in the Feywild of, well, Fey. They're associated with winter and darkness and predators. Led by the Queen of Air and Darkness, a very powerful archfey that is not known for kindness.
Oh. An interesting meeting indeed.
And you'll, if we're anywhere close to that, Veritas, you probably don't want to mention eating the Feywild.
No, don't eat
Wouldn't
the Feywild.
take to it. No, they're not cool with that.
What on earth? Diplomacy. Interesting.
And an extension off of that higher Arcana roll, you would know that the accord that was mentioned in the conversation and hospitality was referring to the Unseelie Accord. This is not very well known amongst people, but you've done a lot of reading into different planes and such, so this kind of came up. Basically, it is a set of rules that the Unseelie Court established to make it possible for supernatural entities to meet under no false pretenses. Basically, specifically the hospitality rule they're talking about is if you are invited by someone who invokes the Unseelie Accord, they must treat you like a guest, or directly insult the Queen of Air and Darkness, which is not a good thing to do. This allows for creatures that normally would fight each other over things like territory or food or something to be able to meet and actually converse. And it is backed by the Unseelie Court.
Ah, I see. Well,
Yeah. You would also know that the hospitality rule works both ways. If invited as a guest, you must be a guest. Or insults.
makes sense. Alright, so I have to be honest. I am extremely curious about what these folks are meeting about. I would love to know the answer to that question. But logistically, if we're gonna make a move on Kench, that is not the place to do it. In fact, that's probably the worst place in the entire prime material to do it. So it would be a matter of ambush as soon as she is not in court with these groups. Which, to be fair, we'd have to wait for her to come out or for her to go in. So we should be nearby anyway, monitoring the situation, yes?
I mean, nobody's talked about it, but could try to talk to her without just attacking.
Gosh. What do you think she's gonna say?
I don't know.
She was trying to skewer Chilbu.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Guess attack first, talk later. Maybe.
Unfortunately, I think that's our best bet here. Normally, I wouldn't be too comfortable with that either, but this lady, what she's done to Virgil, what she would have wanted to do to Chilbu, and to all of us, I think she's got it coming.
Probably want to hit her after the meeting. We can ask about stuff that happened in the meeting, too.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We'll want to be close as well. Oh. You don't suppose she'd just teleport home straight from there, do you? I don't know how she travels. She got back from a different plane before. Right, Chelavi?
Yes.
What are your thoughts about all this?
It is worrying. And I'm curious about which courts she is mentioning.
Me too.
So, no eat the Feywild, and wait.
That's my idea. But that's just me. What about you guys? Even if we do the ambush plan, this could potentially be very dangerous.
What if they don't care that we have her?
That's a possibility with people as cruel as this, but from the way it sounded, from how she was responding to whoever was on the other end of that conversation, they sounded awful worried about her. I've heard that tone before. It's possible he actually cares about her, good old dad. If that's who she was talking to be fair, but I can't imagine who else it might be.
If we're getting Virgil out, we're probably gonna have to face her eventually. As well do it when we have some kind of advantage.
Mm-hmm. Better here than surrounded by a battalion of armed guards.
But
How are we gonna find where the meeting is?
That is the question.
she said Neverwinter, and mentioned 2 groups of people that aren't known to be there. Find them, and you'll find her.
Good point. Point of clarification. The scry spell only works on targets you're familiar with, right?
You can do it on targets you have heard of, but they get a modifier to their save. Likewise, if you know them well, they actually get a negative modifier. You've only met Haskell twice, so you only have firsthand, so she didn't get any modifier. But as you get to know people more and more, eventually the modifier, it'll get easier and easier to scry on them as you become more and more familiar with them, and can essentially pick them out of the world.
And if
You get
we
a
had-
huge bonus if you had a piece of them.
You would. Or a possession or garnet, or hell, even like having an item that shared a likeness with them, or a painting or picture would even help you. Basically, some sort of focus on a specific target would also help. But you can chance it and do it with someone that you've only just barely heard of.
Well, we are looking for allies in Neverwinter anyway. It's possible that those that we're looking for might have some information to help us.
Couldn't they get in trouble for helping us if we're? Well, I guess we're not disrupting the meeting.
Oh no,
We kind of are.
no! We are not, definitely not, gonna try and crash that meeting. No,
just one member of it after the fact. So really, it's not even connected at all.
Yeah, but if they're supposed to not hurt each other, if one of them helps us ambush her, we could get in trouble.
Oh, well, I'm assuming that our hopeful allies are not involved in this meeting. That would be pretty bad if they were, but I guess we can ask before we dig in for more information from them so as not to get them in trouble either.
Well, we gotta talk to the lady at the orphanage. And we need to talk to the Lord guy, make sure Chobu can go back, right?
Absolutely.
Well,
Let's
place
try
is
not
to start.
Eve looks at Chilbu. Oh, wait. Never mind, Eve doesn't look at Chilbu. Please can come back.
I've been back for a while. I just did tight because I rolled pretty good.
Oh,
He did roll his history and did roll really well.
Eve looks at Chilbu.
hey buddy, you've been awful quiet through all this.
I still don't know. I don't know what will happen if I walk in through the front gate, but I guess we'll see.
You really think it's that bad that the guards will, I don't know, shoot you on sight or something? Surely nothing that severe, right?
Maybe not shoot Chobu. They might arrest Chobu.
Well, that would reflect very poorly on them to arrest one of the heroes of Phandalin, who saved them from the great white dragon at the Duke's behest. I think they'd get an earful from their command for that sort of move, don't you?
Reflection or not, Chobu's in jail.
I mean, you can always teleport out. Just have to sign your friendship contract and then boop, out of the cell.
That's when we'll be in big trouble, though.
Would you feel better waiting outside the city while we negotiate for you? I really think it would be better if you were there, though. To tell your story, too. Maybe if you were a little discreet about it.
Chobu could change how he looks, but these guys are sort of magical, so it could also be bad.
Well, let's start with this. These guys. Which guys? Which guys are we staying away from? The people at the orphanage?
No, the orphanage is fine. The orphanage is where we should aim if I'm gonna stay in the city. It's just never Ember's people, so anyone in power, anyone who would recognize me and would know that I was exiled, be anyone. Mostly just Never Ember's guards and himself. Anyone from the academy.
So wait, was it Never Ember himself who had a hand in all this? With tossing you out? He agreed to let you do this job, didn't he?
Job took me away from the city. I'm sure he never expected me to survive.
An angry look crosses Eve's face.
Yeah, well, he's in for quite a surprise, isn't he? Chilbu?
I mean, if probably be real surprised to see all of us if didn't expect Chilbu to come back either.
Sure will. Well, Chilbu, at this point, it's whatever you're comfortable with. If you'd like, we can go to the orphanage first. And you don't have to go to the Duke's castle with us. We can go in your stead and you can wait there. We'll speak on your behalf if you trust us to. Although, like I said, I really think telling your own story makes a big impact. But it's your choice. We'll support you either way.
Can Chilbu go to our new property?
Ah! That's a great idea. I forgot all about that, honestly. Good a place as any for Lilo.
Maybe Chilbu will hide himself and start there.
Alright. That sounds like a plan.
All right.
Oh.
Do you settle down for the evening?
You
Once
cast the
we've
dome.
gotten- Oh yes, the dome.
The dome. You cast up the dome and begin a long rest.
Miss Eve, do you like necrotic damage for your armor?
Oh, I like the thought of I see. There are a lot of different ways people can hurt you in this world, Chilbu. Kinda hard to throw a dart and guess which one you might run into, but I like his. Thank you for that.
Chilbu can only fix it when he's strongest when he wakes up, so let him know.
Will do, absolutely.
Everything good.
All right. Settle down for a long rest, and Bosch, can you make me a charisma saving throw?
Okay. I should have disadvantage on it.
Damn, you would. Fuck, this is an evil curse.
That is.
But you make it
Hey.
anyway.
Nice.
Damn. Evil curse, but you shrug it off in the night. In the morning, you wake up and feel quite refreshed.
DM, would I have had time to have Chelavi help me with my shape changing?
Yes, you could have done that during some of the long rest. She'll assist you and kind of teach you kind of a little bit of the basics of trying to have the mental image in your mind of a more articulate form than what you're used to.
Articulate?
Yes. You know, moving and whatnot. we're going to focus on just having the image in your mind and holding it there. You do not need to grunt. Or mentally grunt. What are you doing?
I've seen others do this before when they concentrate.
That's not what concentration really looks like.
It's not?
No, you just think about it. Alright, I hate to do this to you, but to see how well you receive these instructions,
Yeah.
roll me an intelligence check.
Yep.
You can roll with it.
I know it's gonna be bad.
You can roll with advantage because she's helping you for all the good that will do for you.
Oh.
I got it!
So my DM screen has lost connection, but luckily the screen that I record does, so I do see the nat 20. I just can't do anything with Celebi about it at the moment.
Understandable.
But you take her lessons quite well. She knows exactly what she's talking about. And you are able to, with great clarity, have and hold an image of someone in your mind quite well. As for actually changing into that will require more time.
I can see it. I can see it. In my brain thing.
That's very good. But it looks like the sun is coming up, and it'll be time for us to move on. But I'm certain that there'll be more time for us to do more practice. Although in the city we'll have to find someplace safe. So, you all wake up. The dome vanishes. And the day is ahead of you. You know that Neverwinter is only roughly 10 miles away, and you'll get there in like an hour by Dragonback. Assuming that's what you want to do.
Probably want to make very sure we aren't sighted flying a dragon in. Just have Tia be humanoid while we're inside of the city. Personally, I don't want to get shot by heavy crossbows coming in Neverwinter.
That would be wise, and they don't yet know.
Or whatever ridiculous weapons they have there.
All right. So, flying most of the way. Do you want to fly, Chilbu? Do you want to be a kite?
Fine, Chobu will kite.
I should add. I do ask because that is kind of the linchpin of that working.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make Silbu happy, but he does it.
All right. You fly off up the road, but making sure to land before getting within proper sight lines of the city. Going back to the city, you see the familiar sight of Neverwinter's walls slowly rising up before you. And even outside of the walls, you can start hearing the sound of the city.
Chobu will cast Disguise Self and make himself look like a... Fuck. I have wings. A Kenku. Chobu will be a Kenku.
Kenkus do not have wings.
They have wings for arms, right? Fine, and Aarakocra.
You are the smallest Aarakocra.
Aarakocra child!
Still pretty small. But alright.
They don't have a long life cycle, so it must be like a infant.
As Chilbu becomes feathery, you approach the gates. Bosch, do you tell Tia to do anything?
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind, can you be humanoid? I don't think they would like you as a dragon.
Right, with the recent scares. Alright.
I mean, I'm sure once we explain stuff, then it'll be all okay, but for now.
Of course. And she will shift into her humanoid form. Chelavi will speak to Veritas. It would probably be wise not to speak to just anyone. Not everyone takes it as well as that snake did.
I'm not stupid.
Of course you're not.
I just like talking a lot since I haven't been able to talk for a long time.
I know. But just wait. When you master your form, you'll be able to talk to whoever you like.
By the way, did you try coconut yet?
I did not.
You should try one. They're good.
Maybe later. We are approaching the gate.
Veritas goes quiet.
The gates are currently closed, and as you approach, a man from the battlement will call out, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Eve waves.
Hello there! Traveling from Phandalin.
From Phandalin? Well, yes, get inside. We'd like to hear news from Phandalin. And the gates will come up. And the guard will actually come down to greet you. So please tell us, what is the latest word from Phandalin?
Ah, well. You'll be happy to know that Phandalin is now safe. The dragon is no longer an issue.
The dragon's been slain.
That's right, sir.
This is wonderful news. Gerald! Send your fastest runner to the castle. Lord Neverember should know immediately. And with any luck, this will raise curfew.
Is there normally a curfew in the city?
Well, normally not. But when there's a dragon around, it's best to have a tighter grip on what you have, lest the dragon take it.
Fair point.
Do you have any way to verify this information? I should send that with my runner.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got it around in here somewhere. Because I did actually take the head
Yes, you did.
of dragon. Probably be in the bag of holding, though, right?
Probably. It was a big head.
So yeah, do you mind? Like, I'll.
Oh.
Is it Chilbu who has the bag of holding right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. He kind of pinches his nose because it's starting to smell. Maybe you should go with them. If this means what I think it means. I'm sure Lord Neverember will pay a handsome price for that.
We've got a stop to go to first, right?
Yeah, we have a pit stop to make. Sorry, quick errand to run, but we'll be right there.
And Aaron?
Yes, we've traveled a long way. Got things to do, people to do. But we will be right along to the castle to make sure that he is informed.
I should
And,
still send an escort with you.
oh, that's really not necessary. We can handle ourselves.
It will be necessary to get past the gates.
Really? They don't let people wander around without an escort? It's not even... What time is it?
It's early morning.
When does this curfew last until?
Only a few hours now. And it's more of a curfew of the city in general. People are allowed to be out and about during curfew. It's just we need to make sure that people are inside the city when it comes time to close the gate.
Oh, I see. So there shouldn't be a need for an escort then. We can make our way to the castle just fine.
But the
We were there-
castle is a bit stricter
Hmm,
because it's a castle.
fair enough. Do you think they'll take this as a notification that we can come in? She points at the dragon's head.
Well, I suppose.
Well, there you have it.
Well, if you insist, then be on your way and do your business quickly. Lord Neverember will want to know this immediately.
Absolutely. We'll be right along. Have a lovely day. Marches through.
And to you as well, ma'am. Sir? Ma'am? Kind of looking at Tia. And you go through the gate. Where do you head to?
We know where our property is.
Nope.
Oh.
Does the
Does
deed have
Chilbu
an
not?
address?
Can Chilbu not lead us to that property? Does he not know the city well enough?
You can roll a history check. $13. You know it is in the Pauper District somewhere. You can roll a perception check, Eve.
That was almost good.
You don't spot me. Yes, but you know that it is in the Pauper District, which, luckily enough, is the district you're currently in.
Assuming it's also the district that houses our lovely orphanage.
It is. Which that you would know. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it's that building.
Well, then I'll know my neighborhood, so I know it's not there. So let's try to ask for directions. Get to our building. I'd rather stop there than the orphanage.
All right.
There's a curfew, so how are we going to ask? Are we going to knock on doors?
There are people out and about. The curfew is for the city at large, not like the people in it.
Are there any, like, merchants or food stalls or anything like that in the area?
Plenty, actually.
Okay, I think maybe one of them would be our best shot since this was intended to be a business venture by Mr. Wester originally. Unless they don't want us to find... They're not going to care about it being competition. It's been shut down for a while.
Alright. You go up and ask a vendor. Yes, you want meat? Fruit? I have all sorts of foods at my table.
Ooh, nice assortment you got. Any pickled vegetables?
Unfortunately, no. It's fruits. This is the fruit and meat stand. You want the vegetable stand.
Ah, makes sense, makes sense. Your fruits look lovely though.
Yes.
I'll take
And
whatever. That's...
he points to the stand next to him. That is the vegetable stand.
Oh, well, I'll be sure to stop off there afterwards. She'll purchase a fruit.
All right. That would be one silver.
Absolutely, here you go.
Thank you very much. And you get a delicious red.
Takes a bite. Oh, that is very good. Lovely. Ah, by the way, good sir,
Yes.
you haven't happened to hear of, well, a trading outpost owned by a Mr. Wester in the area, have ya?
Wester. I think I've heard of a Wester. He didn't do so good, I do believe. Gosh, where was he? I don't know exactly where. I think he was set up down near the docks. Was a trading outpost after all.
That makes sense, definitely. Well, thank you very much. And thank you for the lovely fruit.
No problem. And if you do visit the vegetable vendor, tell him I sent you.
Will do. And what is your name, good sir?
Barnaby.
All right, I'll let him know Barnaby from the lovely fruit stand sent us.
Fruit and meat.
And meats.
Do you go to the vegetable stand?
Does actually stop by.
You go to the vegetable stand, and sliding out from the side is Barnaby. Welcome to my vegetable stand.
Oh my god.
I'm
Is he
guessing.
wearing a different hat?
I'm guessing you're looking for pickled vegetables.
He tilts her head and looks back.
I own both stalls.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. You really know your audience. That's correct. Have any for me?
Of course. And
Oh, and by the way, Mr. Barnaby sent me from the meats and fruit stand.
oh,
on the
Barnaby.
way.
Well, that's my name.
Wow. That's so funny.
So funny. I'm hilarious. He gives you a jar of pickles. For the whole jar, it's 5 silver.
Eve shoves 10 silver into his hand excitedly.
Oh, let me give this another one. And he gives you 2 jars of pickles.
Eve is beaming.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Have a great day, sir. Gives him a weird look over her shoulder, but shrugs and walks away happily to the others.
Ha! Dock area is our best bet. Anyone want some pickles?
Sure. Sounds good.
Veritas mentally communicates.
Please save them for me later.
Shilpa's on a time limit.
Right. We'll hurry along. Just a wee bite.
Alright, you hurry along, heading towards the dock end of the Pauper District. Someone can roll me a survival check to try and find the building now that you're in the right area.
I am actually trained in survival. Is anyone else?
Veritas is the best at survival.
He has survived all
I'm no
this.
longer at disadvantage.
That's correct.
I have a
Let me
+2,
go
so it's on you, Bosch.
Alright. Walking down the street, you are able to find it, and you realize it was rather easy to find, as it is the most rundown building you have ever seen.
Ooh.
Well, ever seen here in Neverwinter.
Looks great.
It's a fixer-upper. Probably hasn't been used in quite some time. I am going to draw a box. Boom. And you have successfully found a Harvin Wesker's old trading company. Or at least whatever's left of the sign.
Oh, good. Well, this is cozy. Did he leave you a key for it?
That door doesn't look like it's gonna stop us.
Fair
I'm
point.
sure I could break it, but
But
maybe we could just open it.
we probably shouldn't be seen breaking into a shop building, even if it is ours technically.
Do you attempt to open the door?
Yes.
You find it is locked. Chilbu, you can roll a...
Is there like an alley?
Actually, no. You wouldn't really need to roll this. You've lived here long enough. You would know that with the deed that you held, you could probably get another key made at the keep with its offices.
Oh. How much time do you think Chobu has?
I would say that it's been somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes. So you would have about 40 to 45 minutes left of disguise stuff. It is an hour, right?
It is an hour. Yeah. Yeah, Chobu will, You guys go to the keep. Chobu will fend for himself. Meet me at the orphanage.
Okay, sure. feel about leaving
If you think you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of the orphans.
Well, more worried about anyone else. Ah! I have an idea! She kind of like takes Veritas out of her sheath. Here, Veritas, why don't you go with him?
Maybe no swords around the children?
Ah. Oh, well, Chelavi? You don't have to be a sword, right?
How about this?
With mentally to Eve.
Hi, Chilbu.
Mentally forming a mental connection with him.
I can stay in telepathic communication with you for 6 minutes.
Saying that to just Chilbu. And also, at a game, or I can stay connected with him for within 5 miles.
That's useful for the next 6 minutes. Josh, want to sign this just in case?
Sorry, I missed part of your sentence.
Want to sign my contract just in case I need to make an escape?
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
for
Mr.
sure.
Oh, you know, that
you.
gives me an idea. I'd say as I'm signing, I can talk to Tia from a long way away. But if the two of you went to the orphanage,
I can take to you. You
Yeah,
don't
you
eat
good
children,
with
right?
For you, I won't. And she
Sounds good.
smiles. Also, if you do want to measure things on this map, it is properly scaled for the ruler.
amazing.
All
I'm
right.
assuming this thing is the keep.
That is correct.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, totally.
All right. So Chobu will.
Neverwinter is not a
will-
small city. That's why it took you 20 minutes to get to where you are from the gate.
Chobu and Tia will make a quick stop by the first candy cart that he finds, then head over to the orphanage.
Are you a fan of sweets?
Nope. I like spicy things.
Oh. Then for someone else, I guess.
The kids.
I never took you for one so caring.
They behave better if you give them sweets.
Ah. So carrot instead of stick, then.
This is good information. So give them
Our
sweets.
children don't need food.
Alright, and Chilbu and Tia go off to the orphanage. The rest of you go to the keep.
Oh, did we get the bag of holding with the dragon head from Chobu?
Yes. Chobu would have just taken 10 gold with him. Chobu has his waterproof bag, so he can transfer some stuff to that.
Suppose taking the bag with everything in it is much better than dragging the rotting dragon head through the city.
Yeah, that would be a little conspicuous. Just a tad.
Alrighty then. The rest of you head to the keep. I'll now attempt to play a song that I've never listened to before. It's titled Throne Room.
Okay.
Alright, that'll work. So, you enter into the keep. The guards give you no trouble after flashing your dragon head. And you are, once again, after what feels like several months, but actually was a week, you see the familiar reception desk.
It was only a week.
Roughly.
Yeah.
And by
We don't mess around.
And by a week, I think a 10-day.
Wow.
Because that's a week's work in D&D.
Some shit in a 10-day.
I think. That's me guesstimating. It might have been more, it might have been less, but I think it was about 10 days. So, you return to the keep and the receptionist. Do you have an appointment? The little receptionist looks up.
Eve nods her head towards Bosch in the bag.
I think it's kind of a repeat appointment thing, and I'll open the bag with the dragon head inside.
Oh my goodness heavens. That is rather garish. So, then it is done? The beast slain?
Well, yeah, usually they don't come back from having their head taken off. Usually.
That is a relief. Whew. And I'm sure will be a relief for his lord. He is currently talking with someone right now, but I will announce you. And she will get up from her desk and open up the doors to the hall. And inside the hall, the red carpet leading up to the throne room, you see Lord Neverember in his plate with blue and gold trimmings, addressing a... well, you're not sure. A cloaked figure standing in the middle of the room. Lord Neverember, pardon the intrusion, but your adventurers have returned, and they have slain the dragon. They have? That... Excuse me, Nistul. I need to address this. The cloaked figure nods. Neverember will actually stand up from his throne and start walking down. Please, come into the hall.
One quick retroactive thing, if you'll allow it. When the secretary went in to announce us, did I just peek over the desk and see who else might have an appointment?
Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Ooh.
You try to sneakily peer over, and you're just kind of you're not going fast enough. So by the time, when Neverember pipes up and starts speaking to you, it kind of snaps you back. No negative repercussions, but you don't get the knowledge. Sorry.
It's okay. It's a stretch. Yeah, let's go in and talk to him.
He actually walks up to you. So, you have completed your task?
That's right.
Yeah, I can show you the head right here.
Oh. Quite the beast. And a trophy. And a warning. Thank you. And he'll actually outstretch his hand for a handshake.
He glances up at Bosch.
I'll take his hand.
All right. He does have actually a pretty firm grip and shakes your hand enthusiastically. Thank you.
And it wasn't just me. It was a bunch of us.
Yes, of course. Pardon me for not remembering your names. To be honest, we didn't have the best of hopes, but I'm glad to see that I was wrong, and my advisors. But I can't help but notice that you are too short.
Well, it was a very perilous mission, sir. But we accomplished it. Mostly through teamwork. We never would have made it this far on our own.
And
One of our two is not currently present, but still okay somewhere. The other was not comfortable coming in spite of the fact that he valiantly faced this threat, risked his life numerous times to protect the civilians of the town and us. He didn't know if he would be welcome. Isn't that terrible?
well, yes, that is terrible. I am unaware of what I have done to cause such discomfort.
Well, sorry, our manners, your grace. I am Eve, my good friend Bosch, and the individual in question would be Chilbu.
Oh, Chilbu. So then I take it that you signed a contract with him? If he's alright to.
It's kind of a daily thing. I signed it for today.
I did not realize you were magically inclined.
A little bit, and we'll just press the digitation to shoot off some sparks.
That's... I must apologize for my prejudice.
I was trying to learn. I don't know, it's going not so great.
Nevertheless, I apologize. But yes, we were quite worried for Chilbu. After the loss of his master, we were worried about him being banished back to the Hells.
Does he seem sincere?
Roll an insight.
Ugh!
It seems sincere, but, you know. Without his connection to the material plane, we were worried that he would slowly fade away. So we were trying to push him hard to find a new benefactor. And I am pleased that he has found a friend in you.
Well, to be fair, he's been quite a friend to all of us, and to those in need in Phandalin who he was not contracted with. If it hadn't been for his mere sacrifices, almost having lost his life on several occasions, flying in the face of this dragon on his own on one occasion, I don't think any of us would be here today. And Vandalin would still be beset.
Then it is a shame that he is uncomfortable meeting with me. I would like to shake the hand of such a brave individual.
We kind of thought that he wasn't welcome in the city at all anymore.
What gave you that impression? I mean, I know the hellish figure can be a little discomforting to some, but I mean, I've had plenty of tiefling colleagues. They've all been
Pretty much told
fine.
us that you personally said that he couldn't come back.
That I
mean, am I off here, Eve?
Glances sharply back and forth between.
I really don't know where he could have gotten such an impression.
Huh.
Well, he was a little on the vague side about it, but something of that nature. Maybe if you gave him some sort of assurances that he is welcome here and some sort of symbol or decree to prevent anyone from potentially banishing him from this city, that might ease his mind a bit.
Well, of course. You all shall receive such an item.
That would be lovely. Thank you very much.
Gertrude, if you could, the badges. She will head back out into her room behind her receptionist desk and come back with a box. These are honorary guardsman badges. While you won't have rank or status, you'll be recognized as trustworthy.
Good to know, thanks.
Indeed. And do these give us some sort of right to dwell within this city on a permanent basis if we so choose?
Citizenship, you mean?
Sure.
It's a fast pass to it. Of course, Chilbu is a citizen.
Alright. That's good to know.
Also, you say your name was Eve, right?
That's right, Your Grace.
What was your last name again?
Harkett.
Eve Harkett. I thought I might have heard of that.
Huh.
Your mother is quite a prolific caster.
Oh. Well, yes, she is. I'm very proud of her.
Eve, roll a perception check.
He's distracted today.
You're distracted, but you feel like you're being... You get that sense of being watched. And you kind of glance past Neverember, and you see that the hooded figure is staring at you. You can't see inside the hood. It is completely obscured. But there's no mistaking that they are looking directly at you.
Oh boy. I hurriedly break eye contact with them. And look back at the Duke.
Ah, yes, so you've met her before, is that right?
Well, yes, of course. I've seen a couple of her shows, stories. I was once Open Lord of Waterdeep, as you know.
Of course.
You don't just be as good as your mother and not get the attention of the Open Lord.
Well, come to think of it, I think she did mention that you were a very gracious host when she was meeting you as well.
Oh.
So I'm sure that the favor is returned. What?
How very kind. Yes. Oh, and yes, where are my manners? This here is an esteemed guest of ours. May I introduce you to Nistul of the Circle of Eight. The hooded figure gives a polite bow. Nistul, this is the adventurers that we recently hired to clean up the dragon mess happening in Phandalin. And they have returned successfully.
Eve
Wow.
curtsies.
Nice to meet you. I'm Bosch.
Eve, a pleasure.
It is a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm afraid that our business must be concluded now, Lord Neverember. Well, I guess we were. Mostly on pleasantries. And don't worry, your place is prepared and ready to receive you. Thank you, Lord Neverember. And Nistul will walk out of the room, past you, Eve, and just kind of looks back at you for a moment, and then leaves.
Eve stares after her.
Quite the visitor. Not every day a Circle of the Eight comes by.
In that whole exchange, did we get to see any detail of Nistul? Or we only saw a hooded figure?
Hooded and completely obscured. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
It was odd that you couldn't see anything past the hood, even when she got close.
We could see that she is female.
The figure is slender, but
Still hard to tell.
it's hard to tell. It's mostly the voice that would suggest a feminine, or just a very high, was it falsetto?
A very interesting guest indeed. Wow. A member of the Circle of Eight? How prestigious.
Ah, so you have heard of them.
Of course.
Of course, what can I expect from Harkett?
We do pride ourselves on being knowledgeable, if nothing else.
But yes, apparently the Circle of Eight was thinking about seeing what they could spare for us, but seeing as how you have already taken care of the problem...
That was a very generous offer of them, though.
Well, they do what they can with magical threats.
Of course.
But yes, oh, and of course, your payment. And I think extra is in order if you're willing to leave me the head.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I just had it so I could show you.
I should like to mount it. Helps with negotiations, if you catch my drift. So, I don't remember what I initially promised. So, I'm gonna say that he gives each of you 1,000 gold.
Platinum.
He'll give you 1,000 gold in platinum. So 100 platinum each, and he will give you Chibu's share.
And then how much extra for the dragon head?
For the dragon head, You will have one favor to ask the Lord of Neverwinter.
Oh boy.
Not something I give out lightly. Use it whenever you wish. I should give you a symbol of that. And he will hand you a token, this little brass token that is in the shape of an eye with weeping tears, the symbol of Neverwinter. And there's a faint magical enchantment to it. A representation of the favor I owe.
That's a lot. Thanks.
You have done a lot, and therefore deserve a lot.
Thank you kindly. Well,
Should we ask about
Mhm.
deeds?
Hmm?
I assume it's not something you deal with personally, but we just have the deed to a place, but we don't have a key. Who we talk to?
Oh, talk to Gertrude.
Ah. That.
Then be away with you.
thank you.
Was there
Hubert.
something else, Eve?
No, that would be all.
All right.
Curtsies on her way out.
He will actually give a slight bow.
I think picking up on this, Bosch will attempt a bow.
You can roll me a performance for using the word attempt.
Okay.
Oh.
You think of it as a competition and try to bow lower than him, causing you to lose your balance for a moment. You don't fall over, but you do kind of wave your hands a little bit. Only a slight inclination is needed.
Still
Do you have
get
how
used to
many-
this stuff.
How many platinum coins did he give out?
A 100 to each of you, including Chilbu. So Gosh, I guess it's only 300 platinum pieces. Now he'd give you 400 because he would also include Virgil's.
That's what I was wondering.
So yeah, so 400 platinum pieces total.
When we're walking out, do we see
So,
Miss Duel still walking, or has she already gone?
She has already gone.
Eve kind of pats Bosch on the arm.
Well, if you want to meet up with Chilbu, he told us where he'd be. I'm gonna get a head start if you're all right here getting the deed sorted.
Okay. Can do that.
All right, excellent. See you soon.
Eve will hurry out the door.
All right. Oh, hello there. Is there something else I can help you with, sir?
But yeah. Yeah, thanks for that whole thing. The Lord told us you could help us out with this too. I'll
Furl the deed, and we're like, we'd
have this place, but we went by and we don't have the key for it.
Oh, the old Wesker place.
Mhm.
Let me see if I have the key to that. And she pulls out this enormous ring of keys. Let's see. Nope. 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 You're going to be there a while.
It's fine.
Eve, where do you go?
He just kind of hurries out and immediately looks around to see if there's any trace of the cloaked figure.
Roll a perception check.
Come on, Eve. No tunnel vision.
A 9. You hurry out, but the midday crowd is starting to form, and you do not see where the hooded figure went.
Kind of stamps a foot slightly in frustration. Is Veritas still here? On my person? Was I one? I think I was, right?
I think Chobu did reject Veritas.
He did. He wanted my sister.
I'm decided on Tia.
No, I think I took Tia. I don't think I asked for the sister either. Would have been
Yeah,
an upgrade,
you
but...
just took Tia. Tia's the only one that with you.
He
Gotcha.
suggested more me, but
Okay.
he was like, nope. Veritas, did you see that lady?
You saw the same thing that they did.
The hooded figure?
Yeah, her.
What about her?
She was, Eve says in her head. She was a member of the Circle of Eight. He said that he's gotten a place for her. If we know where she is, we can follow her to the meeting place. Where can she be?
I'm not good at finding people.
Ah, shite. Shouldn't the Dal eat in there, I guess. Well, we know they're here. We know they're staying overnight, at least, so maybe we have some time. That's a bummer. But we'll find them. Should we go to the orphanage or should we wait for Bosch? Maybe let's wait after all.
Yeah.
Eve will kind of lean against a wall somewhere.
All right.
People watching.
Bosch. Roll
Yeah.
a d6.
Okay.
It takes her 20 minutes to find the key. There we are.
Oh, thanks.
Here you are. Now, could I have you sign here? And she passes a paper to you.
Okay. What does the paper say?
Oh, it's just a transfer of the deed's ownership.
If I sign this, does it mean it belongs to me and not to all of us?
Well, if you want it to be owned by a group, then use the group name.
Eat the Feywild!
Was that the name that we used for the musical performance?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will sign that, but then specify in parentheses. Specify Osh, Eve, Ilbu, Veritas, and Virgil. Did I miss anyone? No, I'll put Tia too.
Eat the Feywild. That's pretty metal, man. All right, I
That's-
will file this.
We were workshopping it.
I will file this under E.
Okay.
Is there
Realize
anything
we
else
should've-
I can help you with?
So just a question. I think we should have talked to the Lord about this. Say there was a silver dragon in the city. How would people react to that?
Oh. Well. Silver. I'd say it'd be mixed. It would depend on how long someone looked. After all, on a first glance, it might look white. And plus, with the scare recently, I would say that
What if...
people need time.
Yeah, okay. What if we... I mean, just asking for, a friend. What if that silver dragon's, image was known so people could know that it was, one that was okay?
It would have to be pretty unique looking to be differentiated from any other. Sorry, but that's just kind of the way that people think.
Okay.
Dragons look like other dragons. I mean, think about this. How many cats have you met?
I guess kind of a lot.
Right, but could you tell the difference between two cats that were similarly colored?
I think if I knew the cat pretty well and how it behaved,
Sure, but if you just met the cat.
it'd be real tough.
Right. Now imagine if the cat was the size of a boat. That'd be quite terrifying.
Oh. Have to watch out for that, dude. I hope there aren't any cats that are boat-sized.
That would be a shame.
Okay, lot to think about. Yeah, thanks. There's a lot of keys to look through.
It was. There's a lot of buildings in this city. A lot of abandoned buildings. Unfortunate. You probably saw the scar on your way over here.
We in fact see the scar?
There are raised bits. Neverwinter is not flat. There are bits where you can actually peer over the wall and see this huge crevasse that gashes through a large chunk of the city. And you probably also would have noticed it on your previous visit to Neverwinter, as it is one of the most prolific things about the city.
That's, that must have been something.
Yeah, it's not every day a frickin' volcano explodes. And then undead start pouring out of a crevasse in the middle of the city.
Yeah, sounds like a bad day to me.
Yes. In fact, I am rather thankful that Circle of Eight fellow is here. They're actually the ones that managed to seal the crack in the first place.
Oh, wow.
Magically seal it. It's still, obviously, a gaping hole that you could easily fall in, but it repels most magical beings that come through.
And if, we wanted to talk to those guys, do you know where we might go?
The Circle of Eight fellow?
Huh?
They They wanted their privacy, but roll a persuasion check.
Oh,
I'm afraid that I cannot just give out the addresses of our dignitaries. And emissaries and representatives and... What are we talking about?
we were talking about the scar, but yeah, I see your meaning. I mean, you wouldn't just give our address away, right?
No, you wouldn't want that, would you? That'd be awful. If you want, though, I can send a message.
No, I think we were just interested at this point. I don't really know what I would say, but let's put a pin on that.
All right.
I think you can kind of tell probably I'm not the ideas guy.
Oh, you're plenty nice enough.
I try.
That's all we can do.
Well, thanks. I think I gotta head out.
And thank you for the conversation. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Eve, after 30 minutes, Bosch finally comes out of the keep.
Ah, Bosch, there you are. Did they have to make a brand new key for you?
No, she had a key, just she had a lot of keys.
Oh. Well, in any case, I guess that's settled.
Oh. And, sounds like they can get a message to that Circle of 8 person, but they didn't want to say where she's at.
Oh, yeah, oh. You asked them where they were at?
I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, it came up in conversation. Sounds like they fixed up whatever happened with that over there, and I'll wave vaguely toward the boss.
Castle Neverwinter actually does sit higher than the rest of the city, so it is very visible from where you're standing.
I see. That makes sense. Well, I don't know about sending them a message. I think we might want to be a little more low-key and all that. And anyway, it's not our business to interact with such high figures in this place. Anyway, I'm getting nervous about Chilbu. Shall we go meet up? Pokes.
Yeah, sure.
Lord Hilt. Did you hear from him at all? Check in with him a little earlier.
Nope.
Well,
Let me talk with Tia.
Oh, good idea.
I will speak telepathically with Tia in Draconic. So we're all set over at the castle, got our keys, heading your way. Been good?
That is excellent. No, nothing really has happened. We arrived safely. I had a bit of a sneezing fit, though, about 30 minutes ago, but other than that...
Allergies, huh?
Something, I don't know. But yes, we will be... We are at the orphanage and waiting.
Okay, on our way.
Right. And as you head off to the orphanage where Chilbu is, that is where we'll end today's session.